Hey there, welcome back. I'm Nicole. Today we're going to be working on ankles, shins, and calves. So some things you might want if you have a yoga block, awesome. If you don't, I find a folded up towel works just as well. Yoga strap, but that's the most easily replaced item in your yoga toolkit. Scarves, belts, pretty much anything long is going to do it. So we'll get started with our first exercise, hero's pose. It's going to be a really nice stretch for your shin and ankles. So you can tip forward into table if you don't like too much pressure in your knees. You can come up to a knee stand. But what we're going to do is place either our yoga block or our folded up blanket towel right between our heels. And we're going to just put our seat on it. That's it. This just resting your shins on the ground and having a little bit of your own body weight on it is going to open up and give you a really nice shin stretch. So runners, walkers, people with shin splints, this is a really nice one. I recommend sitting on something because while you can sit on your own heels, it might not feel great in your Achilles. If you're new to this pose, it might just feel like a lot in the knees. This is a really nice way to take this stretch. Over time, as you start to want to dial up intensity, you might take your cushion out from underneath, drop your sit bones to the floor. It's a little deeper in the ankle, a little deeper in the knees. If you always cushion, there's nothing wrong with that. So hero's pose. From there, we're going to go into the exact counter. We're going to tip forward into tabletop. We're going to get rid of this prop. And we're going to roll through just a couple cats and cows. I know we're focusing on shins and ankles, but it's always nice to give yourself a little break. So we'll bring it back to neutral. We're going to take our right foot back. We want to land on the ball of our right foot, and we're just gently pressing through our heel. This is going to start to open up your calf muscle. So how does that feel? Keep your elbows a little bit soft. And I want you to pay attention to something. When your shoulders come behind your wrist, you're going to put more weight in the heels of your hands. So be very mindful of your wrists. Once you've got a nice stretch in the right calf, you're going to set it down, move over to the left. We really like that 15 to 20 second mark to maximize the stretch that we're getting. Anything less, we're not really bringing the muscle into a stretch or holding it in such. When you hit that 15-20 second mark, you are actually elongating the muscle at that point. So we'll set our knee down. We're going to flip our toes under, come to a downward facing dog. So again, you're very mindful of the wrists here, how they feel. Compress into your fingertips. We pedal out our heels, and you can explore some of that space that we made in that nice calf opener and get a little hamstring stretch. And then it provides a really nice way to move into our next pose. You're going to take right foot, bring it between your hands. I always warn my students that's a hard transition. Your right hand might help your foot. You're going to turn your left foot open about 45 degrees and bring your chest up. This is our warrior one. There's a lot to consider here. Your back foot, we say about 45 degrees, so your toes sort of facing the top left corner of your mat, but all ankles and all calves and all knees are built different. You could be a little more open in the foot, you could be a little bit more closed. It really doesn't matter as long as you're getting nice stretch in your calf, your ankle, and your knee feel safe, because we want to be very mindful of these joints. Same with the front knee. We love it stacked on top. Ideally, it's not collapsing inwards because that's just a really safe and protected knee. And for the lower back, you can explore sort of bringing your right hip forward, your left back. Hands come up. And we're looking to really soften our shoulders. This is one of those poses I tell my students, it's an everything pose. There's so much of our body incorporated here. But I'm showing it you today so we can get that nice little rinse in the lowest part of our leg. So we're going to take a big inhale. We'll come on down, frame our foot. We're going to step back into a downward facing dog. We can take some nice pedals. We bring our left foot between our hands and we're opening right foot again. That sort of funky 45 angle, facing the right corner-ish, because you're accommodating your body. Same thing goes. Your left leg is not your right leg. This foot might have different placement, and that's okay. Once we've got our legs in place, we decide what works in our hips, because we're going to get a little low back. When our hands come up, we want soft shoulders. We're just looking forward. Sort of pressing into the pinky edge of your back foot to really maximize what you're feeling in the lower leg. Big inhale, come on down, give it a frame. You can step back into a final down dog. Explore all that great space you made. Take your knees down. Swing onto your seat. You're going to grab your scarf, your strap, whatever you have with you, and head to the back. So when we land, again, I love those counter movements. It's a nice place to bring your knees into your chest and sort of rock things out. Just give your lower back a little rinse, get it comfortable on the mat. So we'll keep our right leg in. We're going to take left long. We're going to give it a hug. And we're going to put whatever item we have on the bottom of our foot and kick up. So when our foot is nice and neutral, this would be considered a hamstring stretch. How do we make it a lower leg stretch? A couple ways. You can flex your foot, bringing your toes back, your heels up, big opening in the calf. We keep coming back to our calves. You could give your toe a point, get some stretch across the shin and the ankle. But one of my favorites, you can pronate and supinate. So turning on to the edges of your foot, your big toe edge, that offers a really nice ankle stretch. You can come to your pinky edge, a really nice ankle stretch. Don't forget, we like to hold. You're going to bend your knee. Give it a nice squeeze. Take left up to meet it. Hug that knee in. Extend right. So again, here on the left, we're kicking our foot up. Knees soft. You can point the toe, stretch across the front. Flex the foot, tap into the calf. Pronate and supinate, which just means turning onto the pinky edge side or the big toe edge side to really get into your ankles. That pinky edge side is just so delicious. You get this big stretch across the ankle. So if you are feeling tight in your lower legs, here are some stretches for you. Don't forget to hold, tuck it in, rock it out. If you have any questions about these poses or the practice at all, please drop it in the comments. I love to answer questions. And if you could go ahead and subscribe, that helps so much. Thank you.